So I'm using different equipment. This is going to be equipment that is going to be very different because I'm trying to revitalize my YouTube career. But no one's here for that. Can you make money using a phone farm? Can you make money beer monitoring? I don't know what I'm going to call this video, but I'm basically going to explain to you my update that I have for the phone farm and what my whole goal is for the phone farm and my current goals. So my main goal is to make money off of it, to put into a high yield investment, such as a high yield bank account. Maybe if I get more money rolling around, maybe into like ETFs, maybe into other things. But that's way far in the future because a lot of offer wars don't pay that much money if you can roll with me. So what I'm going to explain is how I'm making what little money I am and what I'm using it on. So currently, with how little money I was making, I did have to save up a month and a half, but I bought this phone that I'm recording with right now. It is a Samsung Galaxy 21 FE, which is fan edition, renewed from Amazon. So basically, it's Amazon's refurbished program. And I bought that because I needed a more powerful phone to run a lot more powerful programs. For example, there was a thing going on with Senseless Zone Zero, where if you had a device that was an Android, you could make $15 by doing a couple of things on it, like, upgrade your level, whatever Trailblaze level it is, counts as in Zone Zero, yada yada. Now, I missed out on that because I did not have a very powerful enough phone. It told me in the Google Play store that this will not be able to run on your phone. So I decided to get an upgrade to where I can actually play more powerful games. There's also games offers that are from Homa, where if you play it to a certain level, they'll give you X, Y, and Z. But Homa actually has very powerful usage from your RAM and whatnot. So I just had to upgrade in general. So I made enough to make $210-ish, and then that's not through just phone farming, that's through social bank, and then that's through other things as well. But basically, I made enough money where I can finally do something and get a brand new phone. One of the reasons why I got a brand new phone is because there's a lot of offers that require a lot of power from a phone, but they do give you a lot of money. For example, there's this one that I'm spending about an hour a day on called a Clash of Dragons, and depending on what offer wall you go to, there's upwards of 1,000. Now there are things like if you pay $5 for your first, or no, like $1 for your first top-up award, and yada yada. So if you're free to play, like I am for most of the money-making ways, it's going to be probably a third of that. So I'm probably going to get 300 if I spend all of my time on it trying to maximize my profit. But one of the things you got to do is you got to play multiple games at a time. You got to do yada yada. And well, you got to remember that this is your side income, your side hustle. Remember, phone farming is not something you're going to make a living off of. It is called beer money in other aspects because it is used for beer. We have a couple phones here. We have two. We have the Moto G 2021, the Samsung Galaxy A15, and then the Google Pixel 4a. This phone. And we have my main phone, the I've been using a lot of Samsungs. The iPhone 14 Pro Max. For this phone farm, what I'm trying to do is make enough money to put into a high yield savings account, ETF, stuff like that, and then that'll be my emergency fund. Now, I have made enough money through this phone farming where I get $1 in my high yield savings account. $1 isn't a lot, but $1 is a lot better than no dollars. When it comes down to it, I have made mistakes into my phone farm, and I'll explain some of the problems and mistakes that I've made. The Moto G Play that I bought for a video that somehow I never released and I lost all the information to, so it's kind of a waste, from the Amazon Renewed program, and boom, there you go. It was for a video, so if I ever got popular, I could have used it as a tax write-off. That's never going to happen with a YouTube career, but I just wanted to try the Amazon Renewed program, and I didn't want to spend that much money on it. I don't know about you, but $200 to me is a lot of money, even if I'm just, excuse my language, but we're too far into this YouTube video where I can curse now, and the yellow check mark is less likely to appear. But I don't know about you, but spending $200 is still pissing my money away. Okay? It's just pissing a lot of money. So I wanted to make sure that I had a good startup. Not a startup, but a good start to my Amazon Renewed journey. I bought this for around $56, and so far in my phone farm, if I look at it, I have made a total of, no, it's actually $61 that I spent for it in total after taxes and everything, and I only made $18.42 out of it. This has been 2 months. So thankfully, yes, I did make a lot of money off of it in theory, I guess if you say it, but I still haven't made my return on it yet, and I haven't made a profit off of it. So I'm going to be I posted a video way earlier in this that when I bought the Samsung Galaxy 21 FE, I bought it for $229. That's after taxes and everything. I've only made so far, at the current time I'm making this video, $12.62. But I've been doing a lot of the apps like Call of the Dragon. There's another one that's like State of Survival, and there's like some more yada yada that pay you big money for playing their game. Now, one of my biggest money makers right now is AFK Journey, but let's hope AFK Journey is still good. I'm kind of to a point where I'm going to have to grind for maybe 2-3 hours for 4 or 5 days to get to a point where I'm really getting the resonance levels way up. But for now, there you go. And for the Google Pixel 4a, the Google Pixel 4a came out in like 2017, so this is like a 7-year-old phone, and it doesn't play all the games in the world. But I technically didn't make my money back off of it if I counted up all the money that I've made so far with it, but it's still good enough to play some games. And this is a good phone for you to buy as a starter for your phone farm. It's $100 right now for, I think, an unlocked one, and maybe like 60 to 70 for a locked version. And remember, when we're phone farming, we don't plan on taking these phones out everywhere. It's basically using the internet that we have right now. So I mean, heck, $80 for a phone that you can possibly make enough money to pay off kind of sort of like within the month is a good deal. This doesn't run all the games in the world, but it runs State of Survival, Clash of Dragons, Call of Dragons, whatever I said, and it still is good. Now with the Samsung Galaxy A14, like I said, it couldn't run Senseless Zone Zero, but it runs a majority of the other games, so I'm glad I still have it. I did pay this off. It took a while, but there you go. And for another phone that I've been using, which I will never be able to pay off because I don't know the exact price for it, I haven't, and I never kept track of how much money I made off of it, but the SE3 iPhone, or the SE 2022, I believe, is what it is actually called. Or maybe it's just called the iPhone SE, but like whatever Apple says, we don't actually have to count it because this is the 3rd generation of the SE. But regardless, I do run one of these apps that's called Mafia Blast and Happy Ships. Basically, for every 10,000 coins, it's like a penny, I think. Yeah, it's like a penny. So I've made enough where I've made in total around $3.64 within 2 weeks. So basically for phone farming, yes, you can make money off of it, but you also got to remember with anything, there's an investment towards it. There's a couple people out there who want to have like no time invested into it. I mean, not no time, but no money invested. So what I would say is do a bunch of surveys, get your phone. I mean, I don't know about you, but I can do some surveys, but doing $50 to $80 worth of surveys is pretty tough. Now, of course, go on eBay, find your phones and whatnot. I made a really old video earlier. So I'm going to put it somewhere in the description, algorithm, whatever, maybe a pop-up right here that says, bought a eBay phone for the phone farm. And I'm going to tell you, it was pretty shitty. It was so shitty that I had to retire it after I made my money and then some off of it because I just had enough of it. It was crashing on ads. And let me tell you, a lot of these phone games want you to watch ads because they make money off of it. And, it actually helps you increase your progress further. So, yes, there are ways of getting cheaper phones, and there's ways you can not put any money towards an investment. But like with anything, including education, there are ways you can get free YouTube videos, and I do think you should do those free YouTube videos. But with those free YouTube videos, they have a crap, and not sorry crap, but I mean a shit ton of fluff. You have to speed your way through 2 minutes. They explain a couple things and they try to sell you on a course again, yada yada. When if you actually buy the course, sure, it's probably as good, maybe even less better than the free content, but hey, you don't have to sit through the bull crap. You could buy an eBay phone for your beer money engine, your phone farm, whatever. It could be a phone that works, but is it good? Probably not, because it's going to crash on ads and maybe not even play the games you need to make money. So, I'm pretty sure I said it in the beginning of the video, but I'm going to say it now. This is what I do for fun and entertainment as my hobby. I don't make enough money off of it. Yes, I know everybody in the comment section and through video responses, go get another job, do DoorDash. Yes, there's way better ways of making money, and I'm only saying a way of making money that I use for fun entertainment. And I'm telling you what I do it for. If I'm being honest with you, this beer money phone farming engine is really not worth it. The only time it's worth the phone farm beer money engine is if you're a guy who literally is having 3 or 4, not full-time jobs, but part-time jobs, because it's impossible to get a full-time job, at least where I live. And then, getting a phone farm might be a side income, like a side hustle. But yes, basically, that's all that I have to talk about right now in this video, because I could explain phone farming for another maybe 30 to 40 minutes, but this is already a long enough video, and I'm pretty sure you guys have already clicked out off of it. Regardless, enjoy your day, your night, wherever you live. Go seek the Lord if you want to, or don't. This is a free world.